Ladies and gentlemen, now you witness the arrival of the chief guest for the General Insurance Sales Congress, GISCO, Mrs. Indrani Sugatadasa, Chairperson of Insurance Board of Sri Lanka, and Mrs. Damayanti Fernando, Director General of Insurance Board of Sri Lanka, and Mr. Dharma Dheera Singha. And these distinguished guests are accompanied by Mr. Deepthi Lokwarachi, President of Insurance Association of Sri Lanka, and Mr. Harsha Veeravardhana, Chairperson of the Marketing and Sales Forum, and also Mr. Pubudu Vimalaratna, Project Chair of GISCO. For the General Insurance Sales Congress 2017, known as GISCO, organized by the Marketing and Sales Forum of Insurance Association of Sri Lanka under the theme of Sustainability through Innovation. So ladies and gentlemen, before we start off the proceedings of the day, I would like to invite our chief guest and the distinguished invitees to light the traditional oil lamp. Gentlemen, kindly remain standing for the national anthem.
Sri Lanka Mata, Upper Sri Lanka, Namo, 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 Namo Mata.
So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would like to invite the chairman of the Marketing and Sales Forum, Mr. Harsha Veeravardhana, to welcome all of you for GISCO 2017.
A very good morning to all of you, my dear ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to welcome to our second consecutive General Insurance Sales Congress as chief guest, Madam Mrs. Indrani Sugatadasa. Your presence here with us today encourages us at the Marketing and Sales Forum, Madam, to organize such events on behalf of the insurance fraternity. We sincerely thank you for taking time off and to being with us today. I also take this opportunity to warmly welcome Mrs. Damayanti Fernando, our very own Director General of the IBSL. And today we have a speaker par excellence, our keynote speaker, Mr. Dharma Dheera Singha. He has flown all the way from the UK. He is the Managing Director, owner of the Six Sigma Europe. He'll be with us in a very short while. We welcome him and Indrajit Fernando, we warmly welcome him to Sri Lanka. I wish also to welcome all the directors of the Insurance Board who are with us today. President of the Insurance Association of Sri Lanka, Mr. Deepthi Lokwarachi, and all of its office bearers, Mrs. Surekalas, Vice President, Mr. Gihan Rajapaksha, Secretary, Mr. Jude Fernando, Treasurer. We warmly welcome you to GISCO 2017. All of the other CEOs of insurance companies who are with us today, and also CEOs and managing directors of insurance brokers, Mr. Manjula De Silva, Chairman of the National Insurance Trust Fund, CEO of SLII, Mr. Udeni Kiridena, Mr. Rukmal Seniratna, President of the Insurance Brokers Association, and all of the senior members of the insurance companies, we warmly welcome you to GISCO.
May I please welcome on stage the President of Insurance Association of Sri Lanka, Mr. Deepthi Lokuarachi.
I think it's a great pleasure and a great honor to me to come before you and speak a few words, especially as a general insurance person who has assumed responsibility as the President of the Insurance Association of Sri Lanka in the month of March this year. The theme of the day is sustainability through innovation. When we look at the theme, and when we also recall what was presented in the first video clip that was presented, you see the type of opportunities which are likely to arise in the future, and at the same time, the challenges as an industry and as an economy that we will be facing in order to achieve the growth that the industry expects, and also not only to achieve the level of growth, but also to sustain what we have achieved through innovation as well as by various other means that we intend to take our industry forward. Thanks to all of you and have a pleasant day.
Next, I would like to introduce a very prominent personality. Ladies and gentlemen, she is none other than our chief guest here today, Mrs. Indrani Sugatadasa.
First of all, let me congratulate you, the IASL, and the project chairman and his team of the Marketing and Sales Forum for organizing the General Insurance Sales Congress for the second time. It is indeed a progressive step. The theme of the Congress is sustainability through innovation. This is very important because the success of any industry will depend not only on its growth, but also on its sustainability. Insurance is becoming increasingly important in present-day economies. It has become an essential element in the operation of sophisticated national economies throughout the world.
Thank you very much, madam, and also we would like to request you to remain on stage for a moment, and also I would like to invite the chairman of Management and Sales Forum, Mr. Hashra Veeravardhana, to present a token of appreciation to Madam Indrani Sugatadasa, Chairperson of Insurance Board of Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speech is by Mr. Dharma Dheerasinghe. May I please invite on stage Mr. Dharma Dheerasinghe.
So let us start with some macro data, macro outlook, starting with the output GDP of Sri Lanka in US dollars billions, and I'm told before I made this presentation that you need to cover at least the economic trends for the last 10 years. So I started with 2006 and the last year the data is available on the central bank annual report was 2016. So the size of the economy is $81.3 billion. This I suppose at some stage in the past, about 5 to 6 years back, we were in fact thinking that by 2017 the Sri Lankan economy will be $100 billion. But it's not going to happen that way. I believe we need to wait for another 3 to 4 years for the economy to be 100 billion. So this means the Sri Lankan economy is less than 1% of the global economy.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Dheerasinghe, kindly request you to remain on stage. And also I would like to invite Mr. Samitha Hemachandra, past president of MSF, to present a token of appreciation to Mr. Dharma Dheerasinghe.
KMD was founded in 1973 by the late Mr. K.M. Dastoor, independent and personalized insurance and reinsurance brokerage services, spread around India, and 12 worldwide offices across Asia, Africa, Middle East, and Europe. KMD is able to provide a high level of expertise and service and develop strong geographic relationships. Specialized personnel worldwide focused on customized solutions. Clients for simple and complex insurance.
Our commitment to learning, integrity, and continuous hard work ensures that we are developing and improving all the time.
Accurate and timely settlement of claims and timely and specific advice has endeared us to our growing client base. KMD offers its clients complete risk solutions across all industries.
Technology, information, and changing risk factors in a non-stagnant, continuously changing world is used to develop innovative products and solutions to protect our clients.
Involving the client and the reinsurer helps us arrive at the optimum coverage and cost to focus on their core businesses. Our comprehensive and cost-effective insurance programs in a rapidly changing environment and world, and that is where lies an ensured world of mutual benefit.
The J.B. Boda Group, pioneered in 1943 by late Mr. J.B. Boda and late Mr. D.B. Boda, transformed their vision through sheer passion and undeterred determination. The legacy continued with the succession of late Mr. B.J. Boda, and today is moving ahead under the leadership of Mr. Atul D. Boda, conforming to its core values. With a distinctive presence for over 70 years, J.B. Boda is today the largest and oldest broking house in Indian subcontinent. The J.B. Boda Group has poised further through its overseas presence in Singapore, London, Dubai, Nairobi, and Kathmandu. It is the first Indian broker registered at Lloyd's, London, and has a stronghold of business associates across 80 countries. The group services. The group provides specialized solutions for the insurance and reinsurance of terrorism, aviation and aerospace, financial and casualty, energy, agriculture and microinsurance.
It is with great pleasure I express with sincere gratitude, together with my colleagues from India and overseas offices, to all our valued clients for the trust and confidence they have put in J.B. Boda. We are now in our 7th decade with 3rd generation and remain committed to continue to offer our best and dedicated services. Thank you once again.
J.B. Boda, your trusted partner at all times.
Alu seat එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර්, සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
අනෝතක්තවිල නෙළුමනිලාලා පීරාවරලස මල් කවසාලා නාගලුවින් දැස නාලිය ගමනින් වරංගන පිරිවරිනා එරන්දතිය එනවා
පන්දොල සංසිඳු බාලා මතක සිනාවෙන් මුව සරසාලා ඉරට මුවාවෙන් සඳට මුවාවෙන් සිතට තුරුළු වෙනවා එරන්දතිය එනවා.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Indrajit Fernando to introduce our guest speaker. He is the Director of Strategic Insurance Brokers and Crescent Global Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Indrajit Fernando.
Having said that, friends, my duty here is to introduce my next speaker. And we are grateful for him to accepting our invitation and to be with us. Dr. Fabrizio Majorana, who him will, I would like to introduce yourself on your own. But just to briefly tell you, he's an executive master of Black Belt in Six Sigma. And he has done so much change and a quality circle, quality champion, I would say. And a former quality leader of Ferrari, Maserati, and Unicode Group. And he's been author of the executive director of Six Sigma Management Institute. With that few words, let me invite Doctor to please take and please also introduce yourself in your own words. Thank you.
My presentation has no many numbers. I will give you a rough idea and high idea on strategy, on change of mindset, and how it's possible to implement immediately solution and process optimization with important saving in fast time in few days, finding a lot of great benefits. I want to tell you that only what is measurable may be improved. This does not mean that we may improve only what is measurable, but that we can measure everything. Company sometimes takes a lot of data and use a very small percentage of data they collect, and sometimes companies do not measure what they have to measure.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fabrizio Majorana. I would request you to remain on stage for a while, and also would like to invite Mr. Pubudu Vimalaratna, the chairman of the GISCO project, to come on stage to present a token of appreciation to Dr. Fabrizio Majorana. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. We are privileged to have here Dr. Fabrizio Majorana. Ladies and gentlemen, next in the agenda is the Chief Executive Officer's panel discussion. To save time, may I have the honor to invite Mr. Manjula De Silva, Chairman, NITF, to introduce the panelists to the audience.
We are just about to start the CEO panel discussion, and I would like to invite on stage the panelists, Mr. Ajit Gunawardana, MD CEO of Selinco Insurance PLC, Mr. Deepthi Lokuarachi, CEO HNB Assurance and HNB General Insurance, Mrs. Surekha Alas, Director CEO Allianz Lanka and Allianz General Insurance. Finally, Mr. Sanjeev Jha, CEO of Fairfirst Insurance. So we will commence the panel discussion now. We will come closer to our main topic, which is sustainability through innovation. So we want to share with you a few ideas about what you can do, actually how you can benefit from some of the opportunities that are available, how you should cope with some of the challenges that will come through this environment. Sanjeev, as you know, somebody who's been here now in Sri Lanka for some time, and what do you see? Are you excited about the economic progress that you're seeing around?
I think I'm super excited by what's happening in Sri Lanka. I think you've mentioned the various construction activities that are going on. But you know, about 35 years back, if any of you had gone to Dubai, there was a joke in the Middle East saying that Dubai is, what is the most popular bird in Dubai? And the answer is to be crane, because there was so much construction happening. And when I look out of my office window or when I look out of my apartment balcony, I see so many cranes, and that is amazing. So I think there's the birds of development have sort of descended in Colombo, and that's one part. So there's a huge amount of activity happening on what we call as the wholesale insurance segment, which is largely around infrastructure, around ports, around new